Hello everyone and welcome to my 15th tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to make a Tic Tac Toe game because some of the users, my subscribers, requested that, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. So let's get started with Tic Tac Toe game. I have an idea to make it a little bit different, so you would press a number, for example, you have matrix like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't need to type this. This is only for demonstration. And when your turn is up, it will ask you to select a number. And if you select 5, 5 will be replaced by X, for example. Then the next player will play. And he presses 9, for example. And 9 will be replaced by O. So that's something. Then again, X is going to play the first player. He, for example, presses 7, and 7 will be replaced by X. So in order to achieve that, we're going to create a char matrix that's going to be 3 by 3. So let's start with that. Let's make it global and initialize it. We are going to declare a matrix, and it will be 3 by 3 because it's a simple tic-tac-toe, and we can set the values to numbers. So I'm going to set the first one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 8 and 9. This will be the final one. So this will initialize all 9 elements because 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9 elements. The first one is 0 and the last is 2. So in order to display this matrix, we're going to create a function that won't return anything. I'm going to call it draw. And in that function we are going to have 2 for loops. They're going to go from 0 to 2, and we're going to open the brackets, and the second for loop is going to go also from 0 to 2, and we're going to increase this. And by doing this, in the second for loop, we're going to print every element. I've done this in my previous tutorials about matrices, and you can check it. The I variable represents the rows, and the J variable represents columns. So, and we're going to add one blank space also, so it will look neat. And if we run this like this, draw, and I'm gonna add system pause. This is Windows only. When we run the program, it will display, oh, something bad happened. This shouldn't happen, I don't know. Interesting. Oh yeah, here it is. It's really bad when you do something like that. Random memory locations were printed, and that was not good. When we run the program now, we're going to get everything in a single line. So my bad. You see how important is a variable. It compiled all well, but there was a bug. So we fixed that, but we want to display it like a matrix, so we're going to add a new line here. So after printing first row, it will add a new line and then print the second row. So the for loop will go like that. So we have this. It's basic, but it's not bad. And let's add, for example, the name of the game, Tic Tac Toe version 1.0. This isn't needed, but okay, it would look nicer. And then run it again. You see? So we now need to create a function for input. I'm gonna call it input. It will be void again, and we are gonna print a message. Press the number press the number of the field you want to. Oh, typos. So I forgot something. A bad typing day. Bad day for typing. Sorry. And we are gonna define an integer for input, and it's gonna be called a, for example, and we're gonna read a. So to make it simple, if we're gonna say if a is equal to 1, that's the first one. Remember, that's the first one. So we need to put a player there. But in order to do that, we need to define whose turn is. So to do that, we're gonna need one variable player. I can make it char for simplicity. Player, and by default it will be x. So if a is equal to 1, that's the first. We're gonna set the first field, the matrix, to x, to the player, as you can see. So this simplifies the stuff. We don't need to check the number and then print it there. We just directly print the character in the matrix. And we can copy this, else if a is equal to 2 will be the second one, else if is equal to 3, third one, and so I can copy this a few times, change everything. No, I didn't need to do that. I needed this. So it's gonna be 1 now, and it's gonna be 4. I need else here. 4, 5, 6, and again 7, 8, 9, and this will be the second one. And after that we need to toggle the player. So let's create another function for changing the player after playing. So toggle player, I'm gonna call it toggle if player is equal to x, then the player will be equal, we'll get the value O. Else the player is gonna be equal to x. So if, as you can see, I didn't type these brackets around because I only have one command there, so I don't need to type the brackets in. If I had a few commands, for example, I do something else here, then I need these brackets, but I don't need them now, so it can be like this. So let's try make a while loop that will be indefinite for now. It will run forever, and we need to check for the input. Draw first, then no, check for the input, then draw, and after that we're gonna toggle the player. So when we run this, it should work. So we have our project now, and when we press 1, as you can see, it didn't clear the screen. We can add that. It changed the 1 with X. If we type 8, it should change it with O. Yeah, it changed it with O. So now we can type 4X, and we can type 5O, and we can type 7, but we don't have the function or the code for checking if some player won. So we can also do that. And that's not very complicated. We have a few, how can I say that? We have a few options to do that. We can do it by looping through a matrix and checking diagonals and rows and columns, or we can do it the old-fashioned way, because we only have 9 fields and we can check every possibility. So there are a few possibilities. So if we have a matrix like this, 1, 2, 3, don't type this. This is only for demonstration purposes. 7, 8, 9. We can check this field, this field, and this field, this field, this field, and this field, and every row and every column. So it's not very complicated. It's a little bit bigger code, but by doing it, we can do it by using for loops, and we can do it manually. I'm going to do it manually. It's your choice. It's not a bad idea to try it like that. So let's continue now. Now we need a function for checking if a player has won the game. Let's do it like this. Char win. So let's check the first row now. If matrix 0, 0, is equal to, we can do it, I don't know if it's better to check if it's equal to X and then check everything for Y, maybe not, for oh no, for the second player, or maybe to check if it's different and then check only the first field for the winner. Yeah, that's a better. If it's not 1 and now we copy this, say the second field and third field, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if if the whole row is not equal to 1, 2, 3, that's not a good idea. We need to check for every player if it's equal. So it's if it equal to X, if it's equal to X, if it's equal to X, because if I, for example, have X, O, X, this would run, and that's not good. So we need to check if the whole row is X. We're going to return the winner is X. And now we're gonna check for the next row. Just replace the 0 with 1. And the last row. Now we can also do that for columns. It's the same idea, same principle, but we only change this. So this is gonna be 0, 1, 2, and this is 0. So this is the first column. We can save space by doing this. And first column, we're gonna do now the second. Oops, no, not that. The second column. and third column. And now we have to check the diagonals, and that's not complicated also. So it's pretty much the same. So if it's 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2, that's the main diagonal. And if it's, as you can see, the matrix is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. And how do I see it? The main diagonal has I and j indexes the same, so it's 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2. That's the main diagonal. This diagonal is different, as you can see. So we're gonna check 2, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 2. And that's for x, and we can copy all this code and change it for, just change the x with, so this is for the first player, second player. I use, for example, Notepad++. I'm gonna paste this, and I'm gonna search for this and replace it with this, and replace all occurrences and finish that fast. So this should do the trick. And we're gonna return this slash sign because if the function does not return anything, it will not work as expected, as you've seen in the first example. When I missed the variable here, we can have some results that are not expected. So if the function doesn't return a value on some of these in some of these if statements, and then it will return the default slash. So now we can input, we can draw, and we can check. So we're gonna call the win function. We're gonna call if win is equal to x, we're going to say x wins, and we're going to break the loop. We're going to exit the while loop. With this break, we'll terminate the while loop at current line. Else if win is equal to don't know why to O, we're gonna do the same. We can add a new line here. It will look nicer. O wins. And that should work. So let's run and debug it. So person number field is going to be 1. Okay. It's gonna be 5. And I'm gonna play again 2. Oh, we have a bug. I guess. It says X wins, but that's not true. Seems like we have something bad in this. Oh yeah. As you can see, I need to type 2 here. I made a mistake in this. Here is the same. Yeah. No, maybe this shouldn't be like this. There's a bug. This too. Yeah. As you can see, 0, 0, on 0 to 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2. It's good. These are good. And I need to change this again, and it should work now. Seems like I have one. Yeah, this one is not needed. Sorry about that. So now when we run the program, it should work as expected. So 1, 4, 2, 5, O wins. Oh, I have a bug for O also. Yeah. No, I fixed that. I guess no, I didn't fix this. I'm really sorry for this. We're gonna, if you can follow the code, it's in the win function. I'm gonna post the code also on somewhere so you can see the whole code. Let's try it again. 1, 4, for example, then gonna be 5, gonna be 6, 2, 7, 3, and X wins. Nice. Program terminates. We can try the diagonal. 1, 2, 5, 3, 9. Yep, X wins. Okay, but let's add a clear here. System. The command for Windows is CLS. It will clear the console window, so it will look a little bit better. So 1, 4, 7, 5, 8, 6. Oh, wins. Nice. So the game now works, and I'm very sorry for this. I missed it, so I shouldn't have written here 2, because this is the first matrix element from the first row, the second element from the first row, and the third element from the first row. But I typed the first, and it checked the first, the second, and again the first, and because of that it worked. That was a simple bug, but something that happens when you try to do something fast. So that's a simple tic-tac-toe game. You can improve it, you can send some suggestions if you want, and I'm glad to talk with you. You can send me a message if you have any problems with this code, or post a comment, and try to make it with for loops. It will be interesting. And here's the code once again. I don't know if you're gonna see it. It's quite long, but it could be, it's not complicated. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. See ya.